Hi guys, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my booktube. Today I will be discussing a book that I've recently read and really enjoyed, The Perfect Nanny by Leila Slimani. So firstly, I just thought I'd go through like a few things like context, voice, language. So the context of the novel is really evident throughout. So it is inspired by a true story that actually happened in New York. This novel depicts an image of a perfect nanny that comes to assist Miriam and Paul, the two main characters, and two of their adolescent kids. Throughout the beginning of the novel, we see the nanny portrayed as a heavenly gift, but slowly changes to a human black hole who relentlessly sucks in and extinguishes the light in the family's life. The novel is set in Paris in the current world situation. The writer establishes a clear contrast between the luxuries and the struggles that accompany with wealth and poverty. Throughout the clear context, she establishes the purpose of the novel. This was to make evident the damaging effects of loneliness and how it can drive a person to do unspeakable actions. Leila also uses a wide range of figurative language and really plays on the use of tone. So her clever language alludes to many underlying themes. Her use of personal possessive pronouns hints at the dynamics and relationships throughout the characters. Her blunt, gruesome language is also a really big part of the novel. It showcases how raw the experience and how relatable it can be to audience. So furthering the language, Leila comments on certain aspects of society and really emphasizes the power of reading. So intertwined into this sophisticated story are sharp instances of commentary on race, motherhood and class, a compelling blend that provokes thoughts and actions beyond the page. I knew this novel was effective due to the thoughts it provoked within me and the sadness that it provoked when I ended the novel. In conjunction with this, I've asked myself 3 questions. So how do I respond to the experiences depicted in the writing of others? So in my personal opinion, what you are able to derive from writing or a story really is dependent on a number of aspects. These influence your thoughts and ability to think critically and emotionally. So your social attitudes, moral upbringing, intellectual skills, experiences influence your ability to relate and retrieve information from pieces of writing. I tend to empathize with characters in order to gain a further understanding of the interworkings and the personal qualities that influence a character's choice and certain behaviors. The writer's perspective that is present throughout the writing often influences my responses to the experience. This normally correlates with the portrayal of the characters and the context provided. What motivates writers? So it was really clear throughout The Perfect Nanny and the portrayal of characters what motivated her writing. So seen through the influence of the true story in New York, and the purpose was to create a realistic, relatable piece of writing that aims to connect and comment on the struggles that accompany parenthood and the expectations of parents. So she's really motivating to say something to change, to provoke thoughts, to try and develop and alter the worldview of an individual. And then the last, probably most important question, especially relating to this unit, is why is it essential to read widely and write skillfully? So essential, it is joy. I love reading. Reading is an escapism. To gain experiences, to be able to relate it to characters, to relate yourself to characters, to be able to put yourself in their shoes and really forget about your world. Reading helps you gain inspiration for writing. I know when I'm writing and I read a novel and I gain ideas, I jot it down. I've got books and books of just ideas and words that I like and sentences that just provoke writing. It widens vocabulary. I've used so many words that I've been foreign to before reading. It develops worldviews and further connects with others to develop a further understanding of choices of others. So it really provokes empathy and the ability to understand personal choice. To write skillfully really directly connects with the ability to read, and what you're able to gain from reading you can use as a writer afterwards. I genuinely feel that the impacts of reading go so far beyond enjoyment and vocabulary. I really do think that it develops moral beliefs, world beliefs, informs you and educates you on numerous things that you cannot learn by listening or by watching a video. I really do think it is extremely beneficial and such an amazing thing to do.